Much, Brenna. I just have to set the record straight because there are lots of people here who know the truth. So I appreciate your words, but it is, and we'll get to talk about it, right? It is the many, many people of PACT who make the change happen. But thanks to Brenna, who, I'm not sure whether we already said this, but she's, as she mentioned, the co-chair with Cindy Ruby of the Friends of PACT Advisory Board, also the CEO and president of PRX Digital. And Brenna is also, her leadership has been instrumental, sometimes behind the scenes. Her fingerprints are all over many of the innovative and impactful organizations and efforts that have made a difference in our community for many, many years. So thank you, Brenna, for your leadership. So, yes, that's right, she deserves it. So really want to welcome you all. I want to add thanks to Cynthia and Chester, and it is so great to see, as always, many longtime friends and supporters of PACT, and also new faces here. So welcome to all of you. So our program tonight is going to include a little bit of updates from PACT, the big exciting introduction of our honorees. We're super excited to have our honorees here tonight. And then some more information about our November 9th leadership luncheon and how you can get involved. So that's kind of the plan of action for the next few minutes. So my job is to tell you a little bit about PACT. So some of you could stand up here and do this because you know the organization really well, so bear with me. I'll just share that for 30 years, PACT has been doing, over 30 years, has been doing grassroots leadership development training so that the people who are directly affected by the issues of inequality in our community become the leaders who are creating the solutions to the problems that they know best and that are affecting their families and their communities. And we like to say that PACT helps ordinary people win extraordinary victories for our community, not by speaking on behalf of people, but by teaching people, empowering people, walking with people so that they take action, speak up, take action, and work together in the public arena for themselves. So it's really about that grassroots leadership. So, and this leadership actually produces results. So I'm going to just tell you a few of those results from over our 30-year history. And many of you, again, you'll be familiar with these. So one is that PACT co-led the effort to create the Santa Clara County Children's Health Initiative, which made our county the first in the country to provide quality health care for all children, regardless of income, regardless of immigration status. A huge victory that then grew across the state and the country. And in Santa Clara County, that means more than 150,000 children. PACT leaders have been part of creating and initiating the creation of 25 excellent new public schools, which are closing the achievement gap and demonstrating that all kids can be on a path to success in school, college, and life. And those schools are serving over 10,000 kids every single year. Big impact. Then in terms of housing, years ago, PACT leaders initiated the creation of the San Jose Housing Department, and over the years have been organizing to win new resources and policies to increase affordable housing. And just recently, with the partnership of some strong leaders who are here tonight, we won protections for 450,000 renters. Again, a big impact. So thank you for all of you who are part of it. And then one more thing that we can't forget to say is that in the last year, thanks to the generous support and visionary leadership of Tom Steyer and NextGen, one of our honorees, PACT was involved in voter engagement work, registering 2,500 new voters and having 10,000 conversations with thousands of infrequent voters to really change what the electorate looks like so that our public policies are responsive to our community needs. So again, thank you very much to NextGen. So now I want to tell you about some new things that we're involved in. And this links back to what Brenna shared with us earlier. So, as I think we'll all agree, we are in an unsettling time in our country and in our community. When our federal administration is threatening the most vulnerable in our community, it's time. Our work has become more urgent than ever before. And I want to be really clear that as a nonprofit, we are nonpartisan. This is not about politics. PACT and our many partners are stepping up based on our values and our commitment to equity, and the dignity of all members of our community. So for the last few years, PACT's mantra has been, we all belong. And with our PICO national network, we're also proclaiming no one stands alone, meaning that we are in this together, and that when anyone is under threat in our community, we will stand up and we will take action in solidarity and in unity to protect all of us. And I think you all share that. So now I want to share with you some of the concrete ways that we've taken those values and put them into action. So I'm really excited to share that since November, PACT has been working with many congregations and other partners in the community and created PACT Solidarity Network, which is 70 congregations across our county, from Gilroy to Palo Alto, from East San Jose to Cupertino, who have all come together to say, we are committed to provide sanctuary, refuge, and support to immigrants in our community who are under threat. That's a huge step. And then one more thing that connects to the Solidarity Network, but also takes the next step, is that PACT is co-leading, along with Sacred Heart and many other partners, the Rapid Response Network, where we have a 24-hour, 24/7 hotline. And this is a hotline where we have trained over 300 community volunteers so far, we're going much bigger, to respond as moral and legal observers if an immigrant community member calls a hotline because they have ICE knocking on their door or in their workplace or seen in their neighborhoods. So that we, again, are moving into action to say no one stands alone. This is really important to us because this has been explosive growth, both of our current group of over 200 volunteer grassroots leaders and faith leaders who have been involved with PACT for a long time, but really an explosive growth of others who are getting involved and people who have come to PACT in the last few months and said, you guys are leaders, you know how to create change, you're committed to social justice, what can we do? So that has been beautiful to see people stepping up and being able to create the opportunity for us to work together. So again, we just yesterday, we were, through our Rapid Response Network, we're able to help 2 families. And that's really important for those families who experience trauma. And this effort is much bigger than individual families, right? It's about us as a community saying that we stand together, we are united, and we believe that we all belong. So we appreciate that you all are part of PACT, which Emmett Carson always helps to remind us. That means people acting in community together, because that's how we will not only resist and defend, but that's how we will build the momentum to aim much higher for our community in the future. So thank you all for being here, and we're counting on you to be part of PACT. Okay, so now is the moment we've all been waiting for, where we get to hear from our honorees.